Let's see what is behind door number 22.
Let's talk about one of my favorite parts of the show, flashbacks. I know. Some might find these plot devices old, unsatisfying and lame. But for me it was something that made me fall in love with the show. Like the high-fashion backstabbing and witty comments of Nolan, of course. Anyway, let's start with my least favorite flashbacks. It got increasingly annoying how they used the flashbacks in Season 3 and 4 to make up for plot holes the writers did not have either the skill or intention to come around. Like the fact that David Clarke did not die in prison, how he escaped and why the hell he was not trying to find his daughter Amanda. And oh, let's not forget introducing this very lame new villain after Conrad's death.
You gonna make it?
What happens if he doesn't?
Then I'll have 2 bodies to deal with. The boss wants him alive. This guy's the mastermind behind Flight 197. He moved all that money around for the terrorists like David friggin' Copperfield.
No, I didn't.
Boss heard Conrad Grayson was gonna kill him, so we figured one man's trash.
Who do you work for?
Same as you now.
Another thing that bothered me in Season 4 is how shady they make David look in these flashbacks. I mean, was it even his idea to steal money from Conrad after stealing the wife of his boss? What was he thinking?
Conrad doesn't know that I took $5 million out of our account.
Well, he will, but we'll be gone by then.
You're not gonna back out, are you?
You have to trust me. I know you have a hard time with that.
David?
No, that's why I want you to keep this safe. Choose the passcode and hide it somewhere.
No, if this is going to work, we have to trust each other. I'll choose the code, and you hide the safe. And when the time's right, we'll open it together and only together.
But Season 2 was definitely the worst with handling flashbacks. Not only that, we had almost 0 flashbacks with young Amanda and David. They also used the flashbacks to introduce new characters to us. Okay, the flashbacks with Jack and little Amanda were cute, and Kara Clarke was more intriguing in those flashbacks than as an actual character on the show. But these flashbacks with Aiden and Takeda were really bad. I mean, what should this training even be, and what sense can we make of this trope, Emily being let down by Aiden who tries to make it right this time?
Give me your hand.
Emily, wait! My leg.
You okay?
The race is won.
He cheated!
Yes, he understood the exercise. To exploit your opponent's weakness, that is the key to revenge.
I owe you an apology.
The only thing you owe me tonight is your absence. You made a fool of me.
It wasn't my intention. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry before you'll trust me again?
The lack of flashback in Season 3 was something I strangely did not notice on first watch. Maybe because there was too much going on in this scene. But for Season 3 I have so many storylines and episodes I wished to see spiced with a bit more of emotion. Like Aiden's backstory with his family. His sister Colleen being kidnapped to blackmail his father, and his death, who was no suicide but murder. I think this was great stuff for an emotional series of flashbacks. And then there is Stevie, who turns out to be Jack's mother. First of all, this really typical trope could have become far more intriguing by showing us Conrad's first failed marriage and Victoria setting his sights on him. Second, if we actually saw a bit more from Stevie actually working on David's case. This would have given the C subplot far more relevance.
I don't get many visitors, but when I do, it gives me a moment of hope within the struggle.
Mr. Clarke, I'm a lawyer and I'm interested in your case.
I wanted to believe her, but that's when I noticed the gin on her breath. A few days later, I found out that she'd been disbarred for drinking. But I still cherish the one moment of hope I had that day.
And then there was foster care from hell with Eli James and Amanda Clarke as foster children sticking together. Another trope and plot line that went down very fast after being so promising introduced.
What are you doing back here? You got picked by that family.
We made a promise, remember? Stay together, no matter what.
You act like you don't remember what that bitch did to us.
No parent will ever want you.
The reason for Emily's blackouts with this extended flashback from Season 1 was another cheap trick. It was really annoying how they tried to use flashbacks in season 3 and 4 as mere plot device instead of telling us intriguing storylines and giving us new information bit by bit like they did in season 1 so brilliantly.
She saw me in the shadows. She gave me this look.
You already told me all this. Be brave enough to go deeper.
I knew she couldn't be trusted. I just wanted to make sure he was okay. David! David!
Get out!
No,
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Let me go! You yelled at me! What's she doing here? I don't like her, she hates me!
Why would you say that? You don't even know her yet.
No, tell her to go away now!
I'm not gonna do that, Amanda. I love her, and you will too.
No, she's not my mom!
You have to accept Victoria, because we are gonna be a family.
This one was nice because it brought Henry Cherney back in season 4. After that Malcolm Black disaster, we really wanted to see him back. And I really like how we get to know his despicable worldview. Also, Joshua Bowman gives us a great impression of a still impregnable young Daniel, trying to do the right thing. The whole premise might have been something we have seen so many times before, but it added a new layer to his redemption arc here. And the letter was just the perfect frame for his last scene. By the way, I loved this compilation with him and Emily at the funeral. With that one last new scene. He was so sweet with her. Showed us what could have been if their relationship did not go wrong in season 2 and 3.
Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over.
I'm Daniel.
Emily.
Will you marry me?
Don't do it.
Sorry, pal, daylight's wasted.
Come on. Waking up with you is the best part of my day. If you open those curtains, it's all over. Come on, give me a few more seconds here.
The district attorney has agreed to remove you from the witness list. You won't have to testify at the trial.
Gina was assaulted at my party, Dad. She needs all the help she can get. You know the defense will destroy her character on the stand.
Yeah. With good reason.
He took advantage of her, Dad, and bragged about it later. I have to testify.
Daniel, your classmate has a powerful father with equally powerful friends. I'm hoping that you can recognize how that works for you rather than against you. If you could defend this girl without jeopardizing your own future, I might even encourage you to do so, but that is not the case.
Why is my future more important than hers?
This world that we've created is made up of gods and insects. But it's not fair, but that is the reality. Don't concern yourself with the well-being of ants, son. If you can see life through that lens, your choices will become simpler, easier to make. And live with.
I received your letter. Beautifully penned suicide note.
Please don't try to stop me, Dad.
So do you remember the fable of Momus?
Yeah, the god of writers and poets.
He criticizes fellow gods for their shortcomings.
And how was he rewarded for his honesty?
They banished him from Olympus.
Luckily, we were both born with a great advantage. Our family legacy. I mean, do you really want to throw that precious gift away on this? Ask yourself, is this the cause you'll want to risk everything on?
Too bad we had only 2 of these flashback episodes because I really enjoyed them. This one was not as good as the first, but still great because we get to know about Aiden's backstory and Victoria's mother. The only thing, it was just too cramped with unnecessary side plots like the whole season 2. I myself would have enjoyed the episode more if Jack's father was not blackmailed by Kenny and Nate Ryan's father. And Nolan's relationship with his employee and the conflict about David Clarke was not that perfect either. And Ashley's backstory got nowhere. Why was she even in this episode?
It's your first time, isn't it?
Why are we here?
A friend, if you'll let me be.
I don't need friends, I need money.
There are other ways to make money.
Do you think I'd be doing this if I hadn't tried everything else? An MFA in art history is useless in this town. At least here, I can use it to talk about Kandinsky.
You got a name?
Yeah. Sergei Lovsky. You know where I can find him?
No, that doesn't suit you.
What?
Your profession. You look transformed.
Everything looks different in the harsh light of day.
Which makes it even more evident why a girl like you shouldn't be here. It's not safe.
I can take care of myself.
Go. Mr. Bladoff, this is from Colleen. Who? My sister.
God!
Get ready.
Immediately! Go, go! Out the back! The retreat! Stop!
Aiden, no!
You were just a boy when we took Colleen. She called your name when you chased after us.
Don't do this. No good will come of it.
Listen to your girlfriend. She speaks the truth.
You tell me where she is, you son of a bitch!
Probably dead.
If you pull that trigger, you will never know what happened to your sister. Please, don't do this. Don't move!
Maybe your sister was strong like her, but mostly they break quickly. If I remember correctly, the girl you called Colleen, she even grew to like it.
Shut up! No!
Victoria's teenage pregnancy was a backstory I did not expect, and I was very much thrilled by this. Not only because I really enjoyed the performance of Grace Fuller as young Vicky. I really enjoyed this whole scandal about Victoria having another son and giving him up for adoption just to attend this scholarship. That was great television, like Nolan said.
I know that if she had the opportunity to do it over, she would obviously have chosen life.
Mr. Grayson, I'm sorry. Just to be clear, are you saying your wife had an abortion?
In 1973, yes.
Wait. For the record, Mrs. Grayson, are you now denying that you abandoned a 6-month-old boy named Patrick to enroll in a European art school?
The story is true.
Nightline will be back.
I really should watch more television.
I was pregnant once. My mother's boyfriend.
Victoria, I'm glad you're here.
So you can take care of this for me? And no one will ever know?
You realize the decision you make is permanent, and that a vow is sacrosanct. Once taken, I shall never break it.
I do, sister.
Then I promise to find your son the best possible home, and never to tell him who his mother is.
The flashbacks with Cara Clarke were actually much better than her real appearance on the show. Not only because it raised such high expectations because of all the questions and mystery about this character. I really enjoyed seeing David Clarke again. And they managed it pretty well to make us aware that Amanda was young enough to forget about all these traumatic events. Emily Allen Lynn's sister might be not such a good actress like her older sister. But she definitely left a mark as this young innocent but still happy version of Little Amanda.
It's not an ending, but rather a new beginning. A second chance. A reunion.
Come on. My voice isn't that bad.
Daddy said you were sick.
I'm all better now that I'm with you.
Where is Daddy?
Oh, don't worry, baby. We're on vacation.
It's too deep, Mommy. Daddy? Daddy?
We're gonna play one more game, honey. One more game. This time we're gonna pretend we're sleeping underwater, okay? 1,
You need to tell her I died. It'll be better for her if she thinks I'm gone. Somehow, your father found it in his heart to forgive me.